We stand, we rise, we kill, alright. We stand, we rise, we kill, alright. We stand up, we rise up to give our lives up for this burden, this passion to burn a lifetime for you.
Hey guys, Legendary Ghidorah here today, and I know, the Thanator has been really undefeated in these beast battles. I've had it in Indoraptor, yeah, it pretty much slapped that one in the face. Scorpius Rex, yep, pretty much takes that one every time. But I will be doing more. I will be doing more Thanator matches that he might lose to, but it's very hard to say how the Thanator would lose, in my opinion, because of James Cameron. But I will be doing more matches, including the Giganotosaurus from the Jurassic Park franchise. But today here we got the Spinosaurus. Jurassic Worlds, or Jurassic franchises, the Jurassic Park franchise's possibly first hybrid. Yeah, it's very possible that this Spinosaurus is mega enhanced here by, some super soldier type dinosaur drug here. Without further ado, let us begin here. Now, the location we are is going to be in Ark Ragnarok. It's going to be in the Griffin and Wyvern desert area, but it's going to be abandoned. So you won't see Griffins interfere. We won't see Wyverns interfere. So, yeah, without further ado here, let us begin here. Now, obviously, size advantage goes to the Spinosaurus. It's much bigger. It's much taller. But needless to say here, that does not matter to the Thanator, who actually takes the edges in speed and agility. I mean, this thing is built like a lion, but moves like a leopard, a jaguar, and a cheetah through its environment. And I actually think that the desert area is pretty much new to them both here, so they won't have a significant advantage here. But they will be in an area around a lot of rocks, so they'll have some obstacles that they can use to their advantage here, and there'll be some water near the area where the Spinosaurus can pretty much somehow take the fight there. So it's pretty much equalized, pretty equal here. So now we have strength here. This is very somewhat hard to gauge. Now, if you're wondering why, I suggest you go watch my other Thanator videos back in the Monster Wars or the Monster Arena. Alright? I did Thanator versus Indoraptor, and I did Thanator versus Scorpius Rex. I suggest you watch the Thanator versus Scorpius Rex one, where I break down pretty much what James Cameron, the creator of this beloved creature and the creator of the Avatar movie, pretty much said here. Now, the Thanator is confirmed to be able to literally beat down and easily defeat a T-Rex and a Xenomorph Queen. At that time period, oh yeah, they were probably one of the most popular and strongest creatures out there, at least during that time period the movie was made in. It's been a while since we've seen that movie. But this thing is actually a competitor to the Great Leonopteryx, which we saw swing around helicopters like it's nothing here. And we actually know that these guys go head to head with hammerhead titanotheres, which are capable of busting and tearing down redwood type trees. They're probably beyond that, considering Pandora is much larger and much more bigger with everything on Earth, and has been able to smash mechs like they're nothing. The Thanator would be durable enough to take attacks from these creatures, probably the T-Rex and the Xenomorph Queen as well, meaning the acidic blood probably won't affect it. And there's the fact that the Thanator might be venomous due to its jaw shape and jaw structure. Now, there's a 50-50 chance it is venomous, and there's that 50-50 chance that it isn't. I'm going to say it is here because that jaw structure looks way too viper-like to be, non-venomous. Also, I think it's very more believable that it takes Hammerhead Titanotheres down with a swift bite and then retreating and letting Venom do the work there, than rather, just going head on, make sure the herd doesn't interfere, and just, beating it that way. So we have that here. But what about the JP3 Spinosaurus? Well, this thing was confirmed to be a T-Rex killer, actually going around and hunting down T-Rexes. This is probably one of the reasons why the buck and doe from the Lost World didn't travel so far with their young, because of larger carnivores, aka the Spinosaurus over here, possibly even other carnivores maybe, being involved on the island. Smart move, honestly. Smart move. Their only real competition were the raptors and Carnotauruses. Yes, Carnotauruses was actually one of the creatures on Isla Sorna. Alright? Even at Site B. Yeah, Site B and Site C. Alright? They were both inhabitants of that island. Maybe the Carnotaurus was on the this Carnotaurus was on Site B. Sorry. Then you have, the fact that the Spinosaurus was actually able to tear through metal pretty easily. Bust down a metal gate with a charge, albeit it looked like that took a lot out of them. But the most sus thing it ever did was it couldn't get through a door that was being held back by just a little metal bar. It was kind of weird. It couldn't even tear down the house for some reason. Probably because the fence probably took a lot out of him. I mean, that was some strength it did to bust down that metal fence. Don't get me wrong here, but yeah. So let's begin here. They're both in the area and they both meet each other. Now, I do think these two will start by roaring each other and trying to intimidate each other. The Thanator would definitely be the first to attack in this situation here, with the Spinosaurus being much bigger and much less agile than the Thanator would actually take advantage of this and actually being able to tackle the Spinosaurus. This would definitely surprise the Spinosaurus a lot here, but again, the Spinosaurus would be able to regain its footing and keep going at the match here. Now, I do think that this will go back and forth, and the Spinosaurus would be able to land a blow on the Thanator, sending it flying. Remember, this creature is lighter in weight compared to the Spinosaurus. But here's the thing, though. The original writing for Jurassic Park 3 was supposed to end with raptors from the JP3 raptors killing the Spinosaurus. Yeah, that's how it was supposed to end. The Spinosaurus would have met its end by the JP3 raptor pack, and they would have slashed them to death here. I think the same thing applies here. The Thanator is much stronger, definitely much faster than the JP3 Raptors. And I do think that even if this fight is based in a neutral location, the Thanator is much quicker to adapt to the situation than the Spinosaurus. I do think the Spinosaurus takes at least 4 out of 10 of the fights. But again, on this channel, I go with the majority. And I do believe the 6 out of 10 fights go to the Thanator due to it being faster, more agile, and I do think it's just as strong as the Spinosaurus based on James Cameron's description here. Alright, it's able to easily beat a T-Rex. The same T-Rex that the Spinosaurus was actually struggling with. A T-Rex in its prime. Honestly, that was a T-Rex in its prime. A young male, a young male bull. I think it was called the bull. The bull was in his prime. Alright? So the Spinosaurus was actually struggling with the T-Rex in its prime here, while James Cameron confirmed that the T-Rex would literally lose to a Thanator. And very easily, too. Then there's the Xenomorph Queen. While I do think the Xenomorph Queen would lose to the Spinosaurus as well here, I don't think it would be as easy for the Spinosaurus as it would be for the Thanator. So honestly, due to that, and due to the original writing for JP3 here, the Spinosaurus would lose at least 6 out of 10 of those fights here. The strength, the speed, the strength is equal, but the speed and agility is not. And I also think that if the Thanator is confirmed venomous, that, well, the Spinosaurus is going to get weakened during the fight. Now, if the Spinosaurus is able to take this into the water, I do think it would take it more times often than not here. Alright? I do think the Spinosaurus would take it there. But the odds of it going towards that is very low. It didn't do this in its fight with the bull. And it didn't do this in his fight with, the raptors, the way it was described. It didn't even look like the Spinosaurus was near water when it fought the raptors or when it fought the bull. So yeah, I'm I guess Thanator is really gonna remain undefeated until further notice. I'm really shocked here. I do think that maybe this will change. Maybe the Indominus Rex is the one to do it. And that'll be tomorrow's match. Alright? So just to let you guys know, we will have Thanator versus the Indominus Rex coming very soon. Alright? So yeah, just hold your horses. And that match will be done. Alright? So yeah, Thanator wins. But let me know what you guys think. Please comment down below, like and subscribe and share with your friends. This is Legendary Ghidorah, and I'll see you guys later.